Strangers, welcome to the show. You're about to witness a fascinating little social experiment. As it turns out, these fine specimen here have never even seen some of my very favorite classics. So I've decided to try a little experiment with them. During the movie, the participants must decide who they would play as a character, should that movie ever be adapted into a real-life Dungeons & Dragons game. This week, we finally conclude our exciting Doctor Who celebrations by watching the last thrilling tidbits from the show's rich history we need to see before my lovely little Canadian test subjects, after one long grueling year of getting their Doctor Who curriculum up to date, will finally be able to enjoy the new episodes coming up soon with context. So, open a dwarven ale and get your spicy cobalt wings ready, will you? For tonight, we have concocted a very special presentation for you, dear viewers. A creepy little animated episode created by a wonderful artist known simply as Dino Puff, who created a beautiful work based on a long-lost episode of Doctor Who, all the way back in the 1960s. Tonight's special episode features the very first original appearance of the Doctor Who arch-villain now simply known as the Toymaker. The very same Toymaker that will soon be played by Neil Patrick Harris in the new episodes coming soon. So, if you ever wanted to freshen up a little on your Who mythology just in time for the 60th anniversary celebrations coming up, well, you've come to the right place. For tonight we watch a very special episode entitled The Celestial Toy Room. Enjoy! Cubicles number 1 through 4, please join in. Now then, for the people at home, please identify yourselves. Cubicles number 1 through 4, please join in. Identify yourselves.
Oh, hi there. It's nice to see you. My name is Daph, and I live in a cryo chamber.
Good morning. My name's Kiki. I also just woke up.
My name's Clemens, and I don't even know where I am.
Hi, I'm Zach.
Hey guys, how you doing? Am I disturbing you? I just didn't want to be alone. I think we're about to crash land on Gaia, and I just wanted to spend these last few moments with you four. You know, for old time's sake. Well,
are we about to die right now?
Well, maybe. That's why I want to spend these moments with you.
Sound the alarm! Where are the Modrons?
Well, while we wait to find out if we're either going to crash land on the frozen planet below us, or miraculously land on it, I thought I'd share a very special little project I found online with you four. Tonight is a very special episode, people. One I'm very excited to present to you all. For tonight, thanks in large part to Kiki, thank you very kindly for your efforts, Kiki. We here at the Chronomancers have obtained a special permission to present you with a brilliant and revolutionary little animation film, all about a lost Doctor Who episode from the 1960s. You see, back in the day, Doctor Who episodes were stored on thick magnetic tapes, which took a lot of place, and which were rather expensive to produce. This was the 1960s, after all, and this was way back before streaming services. In its wisdom, the British Broadcasting Corporation, the British BBC television network, thought it would be best to save a little money and just erase the old videotapes once a Doctor Who episode had aired on TV, and just record new episodes over them. You know, as you do. So between 1963 and 1969, out of the 253 Doctor Who shows produced by the BBC back then, 97 episodes are still missing to this day. Missing. 97! Just gone. Entire Doctor Who storylines are missing, erased forever. Whole original plot points and enigmatic characters were just removed from history, never to be explored again.
Damn.
That's a lot of missing tapes.
Britain's
So-
really used to just erasing things.
So, you might be asking, what does this have to do with us, anyways? Well, many months ago, a wonderful artist named Dino Puff started a year-long project to try and bring at least one of these missing Doctor Who episodes from the 1960s back to life. It took 4 months of pre-production before they could even begin to tackle this project. And the laborious animation itself took about 7 more months after that. Dino Puff's original goal was to try and animate the missing story by using his own inimitable style and hopefully raise some eyebrows in the process. And well, it worked. Dino Puff actually found real paying work just by going out there and proving what they could do and putting it online. It worked so well, in fact, that Dino Puff decided they couldn't do any more Doctor Who episodes after this one, to our great sorrow. But at least we'll always have the excellent episode we'll be watching tonight. And what an episode it is! Using telesnaps, photo montages, and surviving audio, and basing their concept art around actual costumes, sets, and props from the era itself, Dino Puff was able to take a somewhat mediocre Doctor Who serial from the 1960s and spin it into pure gold. And when I say revolutionary, I mean it. This new approach to animating old forgotten stories could open up all sorts of doors for Missing Who adventures to be made in the future. One which would allow various artists to interpret old Who episodes and enable them to put their own fresh artistic spin on them. The possibilities are now endless. Thank you, Dino Puff. We might now one day be able to watch all of the Missing Who episodes, no matter how great or awful they actually were.
All hail Dino Puff.
Well, that's going in. However, there is a wrinkle. There usually is. You see, before we dive into tonight's special presentation, dear Dino Puff asked us if we could do one simple thing for them. One small favor in exchange for obtaining their permission to use their great work without having to cover it with a thick filter, as we usually do during our show. Okay, so what is it? What's the catch? During the show, if we could we watch the new teaser trailer Dino Puff just released a few weeks ago and talk about it for a minute? Wait, a teaser trailer? A teaser for what? That's it? That's all they asked for? Well, I don't know. The show is pretty loaded as it is, you know. I don't really know if we'll have the time, and how long does it last anyways? 30 seconds? That's it? Oh, not a problem then. Not a problem at all. It would be our pleasure. So, before we watch tonight's episode, people, here's a special sneak peek at Dino Puff's most recent excellent work. This should give you an idea of his style and talent, and what's in store for us tonight when we watch his episode. This is Dino Puff's latest release, a new teaser trailer called A Meeting on the Common. Enjoy!
I want to say I got a package from Modron brought this to my chambers.
Is that an official Chronomancers shirt?
It's official, all right. The Space Tailor said it's still a work in progress, but I got the first one. It's mine.
One of a kind.
Not the cryo chamber.
It
Let
looks
us know
amazing.
Our Patreons, let us know if you'd be interested in some merch. We don't guarantee shit.
there is a shop option in Patreon. We could actually sell things.
I think we should just make multiple pairs of socks with everyone's face on it and see how it goes from there.
The competition.
Like with the faces under the socks, so that it's like you're stepping on our faces.
Everyone gets their face on top of the socks except for Zach, who has his face underneath the socks.
But it's a competition. Which one of us sells more socks?
And then whoever sells the most gets like a special award.
I feel like I'd be like a little weirded out if like one of us clearly had more sock sales than the other. I'd start asking questions.
Acrimonious is more stylish, I bet, his face.
I was just going to say, I think people would collect more my face under their feet than yours.
It's a skeleton.
It's a bit random.
This is a 30-second preview. His latest work he released just a few weeks ago by Dino Puff.
And I want to say he was very nice in the email exchange we had.
Yes, he was. They were
quick to respond. Hi, I'm the social media manager. I also send emails. It's me you're talking to.
It's her fault.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
She has great tits.
Let's see.
I stopped the car at last and let the fog close in around me.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
That's now.
That's today.
That was very fast. It's a very short trailer. It's spooky.
It was super well done, though.
Very mysterious, very spooky.
It gave me the vibes of like one of those storybook choice games.
Ooh.
You know? It's like...
If you listen to our previous episode, I say that I don't like trailers because they always spoil things, and I was not spoiled of anything. I am more curious than anything else, I guess. And
I actually have no idea what's going on.
Well,
Exactly.
here's the thing.
Very excited.
When I saw this, I realized what the meaning of a real teaser was, because this definitely worked for me. Dino Puff stated in a recent interview I watched that they didn't have time for any more Who-related business now that they'd found work, and yet, in this teaser we just saw, we can clearly see a Doctor Who-ish logo with the words VWARP written over it, which is the spelling usually associated with the noise that the Doctor's TARDIS makes. So what is this? Is there more Who-related stuff coming from the Dino Puff pipeline in the near future? Or is this just a weird little tease? I, for one, would love to see more of their work. The mind races at all of the possibilities. If you at home want to keep updated on this very mysterious teaser and all things Dino Puff, please head on over to his YouTube channel, of course simply titled Dino Puff, and tell him the Chronomancers sent ya, will ya? It would greatly help us.
Unless it's to be mean, then don't tell him that you.
Yeah.
The link is also in our description.
Thank you, sir. So go check out their stuff, will you? It's really amazing. And once again, thanks to Kiki for facilitating this special collaboration. Our very first collab here on the Chronomancers channel.
I'm really nice over email, not so nice in person.
I can
confirm.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! Jesus, you two were quick to throw me under the bus.
Yeah, they were really fast on that one.
Yeah, well.
And now, on to the main attraction. Tonight's special episode features the very first original appearance of a notorious mythical Doctor Who arch-villain, now simply known as the Toymaker. Despite his name, the Toymaker is no joke. He is an almost impossibly powerful entity that can simply do whatever it wants. Probably gone crazy from spending an eternity doing basically nothing, the Toymaker is a nasty individual who likes to play games and set traps. He likes to beguile people, manipulate them against their will, kidnap them, shunt them into small pocket dimension of his own making, and even force them to do his bidding, as he turns them into his very own playthings. But the Toymaker is a bit impatient, and he's also very bored. So why not kidnap a few people and force them to play games with him? You know, a little like I did with you guys. Now, the Toymaker has been around for ages, but never on television. Of the 4 episodes featuring his very first appearance from the 1960s, 3 of them were erased by the BBC at the time, leaving only the 4th and final episode. And to fully appreciate tonight's special event, you should know that the 2 clown characters you'll be seeing in tonight's episode, a man and a woman named Joey and Clara, are not working for the Toymaker by choice. You can see it in the animation style that Dino Puff employs. They are both very nervous for their safety because the Toymaker has them under his control. And as it happens, the Toymaker also has a rather short, nasty, deadly temper. Tonight, you'll be seeing how a talented artist took boring studio floor footage, clunky pacing, odd ideas, and literal high school sets dressed in nothing more than drapes and inexpensive darkness to evoke cosmic infinity, and managed to turn them all into a nightmarish vision of what a Doctor Who episode must have felt like to a younger viewer back then, in the black and white days of the 1960s. It's really fun stuff to picture yourself back in those days, watching a scary episode from behind the sofa. Oh, if you're wondering what any of this has to do with us still, well, the very same Toymaker we'll be meeting tonight will soon be making a grandiose return to modern Doctor Who when he finally comes back to play his deadly games again. Only this time with the Doctor and Donna, coming in just a couple of weeks. But this time, for these new special episodes in 2023, he'll be played by none other than Neil Patrick Harris. No, really. Woo! Neil Patrick Harris is going to be playing the Doctor's nemesis, the Toymaker.
Nice.
Okay, so excited. What a reveal.
Well, I hope we can all be there to watch it together then, because it looks exciting. So if you ever wanted to freshen up a little on your Who mythology just in time for the 60th anniversary celebrations, and especially since what we'll be watching tonight is the only realized version we have of the Toymaker's very first appearance in Doctor Who, here's your chance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Celestial Toy Room.
All right, let's go. Will?
I was giving very 60s vibes, which was well done.
We're landing now, Doctor. Good. That means the gravitational bearing must have rectified itself.
Hey, look at this. Isn't it fab?
Yes. Very nice. Bless you.
Oh, Doctor, don't say you're catching a cold now.
Doctor? Well, where are you? What do you mean, dear boy? I'm still here, Huh?
Doctor, you vanished.
What? Oh, nonsense, child. Nonsense.
You have? Do you think this is something to do with the refusions?
Well, it must be. You're wrong. This is something far more serious. We're in grave danger. This is some form of attack. But we're still in the TARDIS. That may be, my boy, but wherever it is, it has great power and can penetrate our safety barrier. Don't just stand there, dear boy. Turn on the scanner.
But, Doctor!
Don't ask questions, child. There isn't time. Turn on the scanner. It isn't working. Yes, it is. When it isn't working, the screen is not as clear as that. This is part of the same trick.
But what are we to do? Let's take off at once.
It might be worse, my dear. Besides, I'm not only invisible, I'm intangible, which means that I can't pull the switches.
Well, I'll do it if you tell me what to do.
No! Whatever it is, we shall have to face up to it. Open the doors.
But, Doctor!
Open the doors!
We should go.
We can't.
Hey, if the doctor's intangible, why did he need to open the doors? He could have just walked through them.
Habit, I suppose. Come on, we should follow.
You won't get me out there. Then you go, but I'm sure that the doctor would... Doctor!
What is it?
There you are!
We can see you. Everything's all right.
Oh, you can see me?
Yes.
Oh, splendid. Splendid.
Oh, let's go now. It must have just been the refusion influence after all.
What's this extraordinary place?
Well, I'm not quite sure, dear boy, but it's somewhat familiar.
It looks dead boring to me. Come on.
No, wait, child, wait.
Why?
But I don't think it was the refusion's influence that made me become intangible. No, I think it was something here. And I don't like the feel of the place any more than you do. But we'll have to face up to it. You know, I think I was meant to come here.
Hey, look! That's me!
What is?
Here, on this screen.
What screen?
Here! That's me on the planet Kemble.
There's nothing there.
I believe I now know where we are.
It's changed again. There I am in Paris.
Now turn around this instant. Come away from it, dear boy.
But, Doctor...
There is nothing there. Do you understand me? There is nothing there at all. You must believe me.
What was it? What happened?
What's the matter, Doctor? I couldn't see anything on the screen.
Come here, child. Whatever you do, neither of you must look at that screen. It's a trap.
What a spoil sport you are, Doctor. They like my memory window.
You... I might have guessed.
Of course. I've been waiting for you a long time.
Where's the TARDIS?
Don't worry, my dear. Just watch over there.
Oh, that's...
It's me, the day my mother died.
No, wait for it this instant.
What a shame. I thought my little invention would amuse you.
You and your inventions. Now, both of you be very careful. This place is a hidden menace. Nothing is just for fun.
What's the idea of it?
He's trying to get us into his power. That's why we've got to fight him.
But can't we just go? I hate this place.
My dear, but how? That is the question.
In the TARDIS, of course, as always.
There are many of them. Take your choice.
Them.
There are hundreds of them.
Yes, hundreds. Come, Doctor.
No.
The animations are very cool.
Have you gone invisible again?
This is scarier than Halloween.
That man, he's taken them away.
I don't like it. We should never have stayed.
It's too late now.
Who was that man?
I don't know.
Animation in such
We've got to find the doctor. What on earth?
No, not clowns.
Why have I got to be quiet?
Nice.
I guess he didn't need the audio for a mime.
I thought he was gonna take off his hand.
He
Ah!
did.
Ooh.
They're just friends.
Oh, it's back.
Wow.
It was just a
If you could
clown
only
show.
see your face with that hand.
Look, can either of you talk?
They're look at him.
Well, how
he's
about
so
you?
terrified.
I can talk. How are you?
I'm fine. Look, what do you want with them?
They're here to entertain you. Play a game with you.
Well, thank you very much. We've been entertained. We don't want to play your games. Now, where have you taken the doctor?
Taken the doctor? Nowhere, my dear chap. The doctor and I are going to play a little game together. You can watch the results on that board. But you must win all your games before he does.
Look, we're not interested in your games. We want to go back to the TARDIS.
That's impossible.
Impossible!
Well, not quite impossible, but you'll have to win a few games first. After each game, if you win, you will find a TARDIS which may or may not be the real one.
What do you mean, the real one?
As you have seen, I have many copies.
So we have to win a game before we can get to the TARDIS.
Right. Several games, in fact.
And if we lose?
Then you both stay here as my guests.
I feel like Saw was inspired by this.
Silly games, Stephen.
I don't see why we should humour him. He's obviously round the bend.
That's just it. We don't do as he says, we may never get
I think the
out
fact
of
that there's no music makes it so much more creepy.
Yeah.
All right. We'll play your little games. And if we win, we get the TARDIS back, okay?
Agreed.
And if we lose?
You never see the TARDIS again.
Wait!
You never asked him about the doctor.
Oh, well, he's probably got his game to play. I'm glad we're not playing that one.
Ask about the
What are we playing? Life and fun.
Damn. The animation was really nice.
There's the part 2.
The audio was a bit weird though.
Yeah, well, it's found footage.
From the 60s, no less.
Callum Weston.
So, as you might have noticed, we're going to watch part 2 in just a second. As you might have noticed, in the 60s, that's what Doctor Who looked like. I want you to try to understand, a whole generation of children grew up on stuff like this that looks really creepy sometimes. British people have a sense of humor for a reason, people. So, are you ready for part 2?
Hey.
Let's do it.
The following is a non-profit fan animation with the intent of portfolio and to get a job. Doctor Who is owned by the BBC and the Celestial Toymaker was written by Brian Hales. Please support the official animations and I hope you enjoy.
That's what the titles at the opening of the show looked like back then.
You will kindly cease this practical joking and let us go at once,
Patience, Doctor, patience. You've only just got here. Relax. It's so nice to see you again.
And now you have, so let us go.
You're so innocent, Doctor.
He looks like
The last time you were
Thomas
here,
Jefferson.
I hoped you'd stay long enough for a game. But you had hardly time to turn around.
And very wise I was too, You and your games are quite notorious. You draw people here like a spider does to flies.
How absurd. It amuses me to give amusement.
Like that,
That is one of my rules, certainly.
You condemn them to become your toy forever.
But if they win, they're perfectly free to go.
And if I refuse?
Then you lose by default. Is that what you choose?
No, I do not. I should never have left the TARDIS. Another one of your conjuring tricks,
You're so insatiably curious. That's why I ensured that the scanner would be blank. I knew that would bring you out.
What game is it you want me to play?
This.
Ooh.
The
That was
trilogic game?
satisfying.
The trilogic game. A game for the mind, Doctor, the developed mind. Difficult for the practiced mind, dangerous for the mind that has become old, lazy, or weak.
You infer that my mind is getting weak and old?
We shall see. Perhaps it is merely lazy.
How dare you?
So you still think that you can pit your mind against mine?
Of course I can.
Good. I hope that the time you
Do you
have
really
spent
think you're smarter
dabbling in
than
your
Doctor Who?
researches around the
No.
universe hasn't dulled you.
Well, I'm gonna
I
try.
need you.
Or in David Tennant's case, Dr. What?
What?
You
What?
need
What?
me?
Thank
Yes.
you for
I was
listening,
muted
Dad.
so you
I'm
couldn't hear my
bored.
laughter, but I laughed.
I love
Thank
to
you.
play games, but there's no one to play against. But you will become my perpetual opponent. We shall play endless games together, your brain against mine.
You said if I win the game, I can go.
So you can, Doctor, so you can. But I think you will lose. Can you remember
Damn.
how to play?
Me whenever I play a board game against Zach. And then
I am only
always
allowed
lose.
to move one piece at a time.
That is right. And you must rearrange them in the same order that they are now on point C.
And I am not permitted to put a larger piece on a small piece.
Correct. And you have 1,023 moves to do it in. That is the exact amount.
A lot of moves.
If you make one mistake, you lose.
Damn!
And to help you count, there. When the two rows of numbers match, the game is over.
But
I
this is
see.
like the wolf, the sheep, and the cabbage problem.
Can I begin?
Right?
Don't be so impatient, Doctor.
No, because that's three things. This one is
We must
way too
forget
many.
them.
I know,
You are not
I know.
asking
It's
them
not
to play this
exactly,
game?
but it's like
heavens,
it.
no. They
There's
are
a lot
on
of
the
like
competitive
backtracking
quest.
and restacking.
What quest?
The hunt for the TARDIS. Win the games, and you get it back.
That music reminds me of the old Scooby-Doo music.
This is your game.
All right, then you play it.
Oh, no. You must play it. It's all quite simple. You start here, blindfold.
You must be joking. Kids' game?
Stephen, go on. You have to cross these obstacles without falling down. And if you get home without falling down, you win the game.
And what's his name they're going to be doing all this time?
His name is Joey. I'm Clara. He will play it too, of course.
And if he loses? No answer that time. All right, chum, you want to show me how it's done? That means yes, I suppose.
If he loses, he's immediately executed.
No.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
You must come with me.
Oh.
Oh, I thought she was gonna do something.
Hmm.
This is where we control them. 1 back for right turn, 2 for left, 3 for stop, 4 for start.
I guess they've practiced this a lot.
He doesn't even have feet.
Who needs feet?
Game you're going to play is not so innocent as it looks. Be on your guard. If you lose this game, we shall be here forever. So watch out for...
That was unwise of you, Doctor.
I must warn them.
Attend to your own game.
Oh.
Go for move 152.
Oh.
Keep playing, Doctor. And to stop you interfering, I shall have to dematerialize you again. There.
You are overreaching yourself, Toymaker. How can I play this game?
Let's see. Suppose we leave you one hand. There. I suggest you resume the game.
You can do plenty with one hand.
Just a minute, I haven't had a go yet.
But the doctor
It's all right, I can manage it. Stones, steps, plank, tube. Now I can do it if you can guide me. After all, if he can do it.
This is scary.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Oh my god, Clara is absolutely terrifying.
Right, I'm ready.
No, that's cheating!
Look what he's doing! Cheat! You cheat! Stephen, look out! He can't hear you! The dogs are blocking!
So now be careful! You never made me fall that time. What have you done now, you clown, you? One pound. You're right. That was close. Moved another. He moved the first to the right, he moved the first to the left. Oh, now what now? To the right?
That's a big spike in the middle.
Grab it, do a little shuffle.
Oof.
If you cheat all the time. Oh no, just a few variations. It makes it more fun.
It's stressful.
Oh, well.
Oh no! Look, I warned you! Let's do it again, this time with him in the booth!
The winner! Stephen, look at this. You can see right through it. It's not a real blindfold at all.
Richard Pearl! The game is not yet over.
That was so stressful. I feel like it gave me heart palpitations. Ah.
That looked gorgeous.
notice he's not funny anymore. Stephen, you better stop him, you'll fall.
Oh, that's so sad.
He did.
We've got to find the doctor.
Damn. That was so impressive and
That was really nice.
Very dark.
I'm gonna have nightmares about those clowns, though. They did not deserve what happened to them, but...
Is there a part 3? No answer.
Wouldn't you like
Is
to?
there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because the looks like the episode ended on that. I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Dino Puff wanted to find work as an animator, and he did this, and it worked. He got jobs. And he said afterwards, I'm not going to do any more Who because it took me a year to do this one thing. But then we saw at the beginning a meeting on the Commons, and, well, it looks like he's doing more Who. That's why I say I don't know what's coming up. That, my pets, was the missing Doctor Who episode from the 60s, featuring the original Toymaker, as reimagined by the lovely and talented Dino Puff. An episode entitled The Celestial Toy Room. Well, what did you think? Did you enjoy it?
Yep, that was really nice.
Very beautifully made.
So, who would you play as a character?
There's only 3 good guys.
Yeah, well, the two...
Technically, Clara and the other guy are good guys. It's not their fault that they're there.
Can I play the mime?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
I would be the doctor. He's cool. He's fun.
Yes, main character
I-
energy.
I'd be the other prisoner. There.
Ah, I wanted to be the other clown. I'll be Steven. Steven's okay. He seems like he knows what's going on. The girl was like...
Dodo was kind of annoying.
The girl was kind of annoying, but it was the 60s, so women written in the 60s were either like...
Yeah.
They were complaining all
Very-
the time, or they were in trouble all the time.
More realistically, then.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, 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 hey.
And what did you think of the choices Dino Puff made for the animation, especially when the clown was walking about afraid for his life, and Clara's close-ups and stuff like that?
It was beautiful. It was super well done.
Yeah. It has like a video game-esque vibe, which I think is really cool. We don't see that often.
And what's fun is that you can tell that not only is he really like artistically gifted, you can also tell that he has a big hand in directing as well, in terms of like angles and close-ups and how to set a mood, which is super impressive because not all artists who do things like this or AMVs or what have you can do that.
Absolutely. You'll notice that this is what the show looked like, except he made it so much more beautiful. You have the little house in the white background behind the Toymaker and the Doctor as they battle over a game of wits. You have the platforms who change into playing card symbols to make it look even creepier and symbolic. This was a dark set with nothing in it, and he made it look, based on the pictures, he made it look really good. Well, my pets, I'm afraid it is all the time I have for you this week. I'm going to let you all get back to your much-deserved sleep now. For it is time to let you all get back to your darkened high school gyms haunted by murderous clowns, your rigged blindfolds for those special trust exercises your partner's been dying to try out for a while, and especially to your duties aboard my ship. Before we leave, I just wanted to...
That was weird.
Aboard your what? Your shipe? You can't say that on YouTube.
And especially to your duties aboard my ship. But before we leave, I just wanted to say a very special thank you to Dino Puff for allowing us free use of tonight's feature. I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing next. Go check him out, will you? Tell him we sent you. And once again, thanks to Kiki. Thank you, Dino Puff. And again, thank you for Kiki, without whom this first collab here on the Chronomancers channel would not have existed.
I'm sure somebody else could have figured out the group email.
But you did
Director
it.
of Marketing, Public Relations,
Public relations,
Human
guys.
Resources.
It's my self-appointed role. I do 3 of them.
Well, if we
bad at them.
if we crash next week, it will have been a short-lived stint, but I hope you make it out alive. So come join us next time as we begin watching for the very first time, all of us together, the very newest Doctor Who episode starring David Tennant and Catherine Tate, as we begin the show's much-anticipated 60th anniversary celebrations. In the meantime, before we abruptly crash land on the surface of frozen Gaia below next week, or until we reach our inevitable end, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to get back to your cryo chambers until we reach our next destination.
Not the cryo chambers. Check out our Patreon.
Check out our merch. It's objectively bad.
We don't have merch.
Soon.
So come join us next week, everybody, as finally, after an entire year of prepping and planning on our channel, we finally get to watch the new Doctor Who episodes together. For the first time, just in time for the show's 60th anniversary. Don't miss it. Have a nice week, everybody.
Bye-bye. Have a nice week.
Bye.
Yes, in person.
If you like what you see, if we manage to even give you a little tickle of the shivers, please be a dear and subscribe to our Patreon. In doing so, you'll get a say concerning which movies our fellow captives shall be watching throughout the month, and which of these fine classics should be adapted into a full-fledged D&D game, along with other bonus features as well. If not, please click like and subscribe in the description below. It really does help us out, you know. Well, it has come to this, dear viewers. After spending 12 months exploring the universe of Doctor Who, we are finally ready to watch the new episodes coming soon. And this time, my test subjects will know as much as I do, because we're going to be watching the brand new Doctor Who episodes together for the very first time. Which is actually good timing because these days, my cosmic chrono cube seems to be stuck in orbit around a frozen planet at the center of the universe called Gaia. For the full exciting story, please head on over to our Patreon page, where each week I write a little short story about the adventures some of us have had while in orbit around the planets we visit during our shows. That's 36 short stories so far. Exclusively for our sweet, sweet Patreon voters. Before we go, we here at the Chronomancers would just like to take a moment to give a big shout out to tonight's guest artist, the lovely and talented Dino Puff. They have graciously allowed us to do our review of their work without having to place a regrettable filter all over his art form, and that is, quite frankly, very generous. You didn't have to do that, and we really appreciate it. So, on behalf of everyone here at the Chronomancers, we wish to give Dino Puff a heartfelt, sincere, and enthusiastic thank you. If you want to go and check their stuff out, it's all good. Their handle again is Dino Puff. and we were all very excited to bring you this special adaptation of the Celestial Toy Room, just in time for Doctor Who's 60th anniversary celebrations coming soon. Next week, I'm afraid we're probably going to crash land straight on the frozen planet at the center of the universe, Gaia, which is fitting, as it is where we all started all of our Chronomancer adventures together at this time last year. So come join us next week as the last 12 months culminate in a sparkling new Doctor Who episode I've been waiting for a long, long time. In the meantime, remember this advice from an old undead Dimity who has seen better days. If you have people you love back home, please take care of them. And if you don't, and if you have no one, please take care of yourselves. It has been 12 months since we started this adventure, folks, and we are all so delighted that you decided to come along for the ride. So, from the bottom of my cold, undead heart to all of you out there who have supported us, to all of those who have written in comments, suggestions, or just happy faces to let us know we were doing a good job, thank you. We'll see you all next week with brand new adventures. Until then, my pets, especially in this day and age, stay safe, stay brave, and toodaloo.
I want to say I have all of the Chronomancers episodes on my hard drives, safe and sound, and I have no backups, so if my hard drive goes, our project goes with it. But it's all on YouTube, so we're fine.
All hail Dino Puff!
Well, that's going in.
I want to say I got a package from Modron brought this to my chambers.
Is that an official Chronomancer shirt?
It's official, alright. It's still being worked on, as I've heard from the
Choose your next words carefully.
The Space Tailor.
Oh, nice title.
Exact point it stopped working.
The Space Tailor said it's still a work in progress, but I got the first one. It's mine. Not the cryo chamber.
Yes.
It's official.
It looks amazing.
Check out
Nice.
our merch. It's objectively bad.
We don't have merch.
Soon.
It's just a picture. You guys can buy a picture of Zach wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
It's 50 cents.
And put it on the shirt. Shirtception.
Shirtception. It's 50 cents. Or like a crisp high five if you can find one of us. And you get a picture of Zach wearing a shirt.
Please don't find us.
And for an extra 50 cents, you get a picture of Zach without the shirt.
Oh!
That's pretty cheap, but alright.
$1 in this economy? Call that a steal.
A quarter per nipple. So come join us next week, everybody, as finally...
That's too many quarters!
I actually have 3 nipples, so almost.
I didn't need to know that!
That's gonna be on the internet forever, Zach.
Well, I know how I'm ending this show. So come join us next week, everybody. Dino Puff.
Me.
Okay.